My sister had been sneaking out every night for 2 weeks. What I saw her speaking to in that forest had no shadow. But the real horror, she had already been 3 times before. Before we go deeper, drop a comment right now. Where in the world are you watching from? We would love to hear from you. And please, like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Sunrise over a beautiful Igbo village near Afikpo, Ebonyi State. Traditional compounds with red clay walls, palm trees swaying, women balancing water pots on their heads. The 4-day market week calendar carved into a village tree showing Afọ. Vibrant life. We see the family compound the Obi with separate huts arranged in a square. Focus on the Nkobi, the maiden's hut, where 2 sisters sleep on woven mats. Our village near Afikpo was a place where the living and the dead walked close together, separated only by belief and respect. We measured our weeks, not by 7 days, but by 4, Eke, Orie, Afo, Nko, each day carrying its own spiritual weight, its own meaning. My name is Chinwe. I am 14 years old, and until 2 weeks ago, I thought I knew everything about my sister Ngozi. I was wrong. Our mother died during the last harvest season, taken by a fever that no dibia could cure. Before she passed, she held both our hands and whispered something I didn't understand then.
The blood
that runs through you knows how to fight darkness.
Knows how to fight darkness.
At the time, I thought it was the fever talking. Ngozi was 17, beautiful and newly initiated. 3 months earlier, she had undergone her Iwa Akwa ceremony, the transition into womanhood. The whole village celebrated. She wore coral beads at her waist and neck, wrapper of finest Akwete fabric tied perfectly, and danced while the older women sang her praises. I watched from the crowd, proud and a little jealous. After Mama's death, Ngozi became everything to me. Mother, sister, protector. We slept side by side in the Nkobi, the maiden's hut in our family compound. Our stepmother preferred us there, away from her sight. Chinwe lies on her mat, eyes open. Across from her, Ngozi sleeps, but her breathing is different. Camera pushes in on Chinwe's observant eyes. She watches everything. Moonlight streams through the window. We see Ngozi's eyes suddenly open, but they're distant, glazed. She rises slowly, like a sleepwalker. She wraps a plain wrapper around her waist, no decorations. She moves to the door. Chinwe's eyes follow her, suspicious but silent. It started on an Ori night, the night when spirits walk most freely. I woke to the sound of our hut door creaking open. Ngozi was leaving. At first, I thought perhaps she needed to relieve herself or fetch water. But something felt wrong. The way she moved, too smooth, too deliberate, like someone being pulled by invisible threads. I waited for her to return. 1 hour passed, then 2. When she finally slipped back inside just before cock's crow, I pretended to sleep, but through half-closed eyes, I saw something that made my skin prickle. My sister was glowing, not with sweat or moonlight, but with something underneath her skin, like she'd swallowed starlight, and she was smiling in a way I'd never seen before. Empty, satisfied, far away. The next morning, I asked her where she'd gone. She looked at me with those same distant eyes and said, "I don't know what you're talking about, Chinwe. I slept here all night." But I knew what I'd seen. My fatal flaw has always been my stubborn pride. I hate asking for help, hate admitting I can't solve something alone. So I didn't tell the elders. I didn't tell our stepmother. I decided I would watch and wait and discover the truth myself. Chinwe lies awake again. Calendar marker shows NKWO day has passed. Now, Eke. Then, another night, Ori, again. A week passes in quick cuts. Each night, Ngozi rises and leaves. Each dawn, she returns glowing brighter. Her skin begins to look smoother, more luminous. During the day, she barely eats. She stares into the distance. Women in the village comment on her beauty. Ngozi is becoming like a goddess, but Chinwe sees the wrongness. At the village square, women wear bright Ankara wrappers with off-shoulder blouses, coral beads clicking as they walk. Men in animal skin across the body, waist wrappers, carrying walking sticks. An elder in red cap passes by. Normal life continues around them, but Ngozi is fading from it. For 7 nights, I watched her leave. For 7 dawns, I watched her return less human each time. The village saw only her increasing beauty. They whispered that perhaps the gods were blessing her, preparing her for a great marriage. But I saw the truth they missed. My sister was forgetting how to laugh, how to cry, how to be present in her own body. She went through the motions during the day, helped pound yam, fetched water, plaited her hair, but her spirit was somewhere else. On the 8th night, another Ori night, I made my decision. I would follow her. I would see what had claimed my sister's soul. I tied my own plain wrapper tight around my waist, felt the coral beads my mother had given me pressing against my skin beneath my sleeveless blouse. I didn't know then that those beads would save my life. I waited until Ngozi rose and slipped out the door. Then, silent as shadow, I followed. Chinwe moves through the dark forest, following Ngozi's silhouette ahead. Palm fronds whisper, night creatures scatter, the forest grows darker, thicker. Then, a clearing bathed in unnatural moonlight. Ngozi stands in the center, waiting. Chinwe hides behind a tree, peering around. Her hand covers her mouth. Her eyes go wide with horror. A figure emerges from the darkness, a woman of impossible beauty. She wears heavy wrapper with embroidered top, gold at her neck and wrists and ankles. Her skin is flawless. Her smile is perfect, but her feet don't touch the ground. She floats inches above the earth, and she casts no shadow. What I saw in that clearing was the most beautiful thing I had ever witnessed and the most wrong. The woman who met my sister looked like royalty, like divinity. Her wrapper was embroidered with patterns that seemed to move in the moonlight. Her neck and wrists heavy with gold, her skin smooth as polished bronze. But beneath that beauty, something rotted. I felt it in my bones. She had no shadow. Her feet hovered above the ground, and when she spoke, her voice was too many voices layered together, young and old, sweet and decayed.
Sister.
My sister, she said to Ngozi, and my sister smiled. My beautiful sister, you've come back to me. Ngozi stepped forward like a child running to her mother. The spirit woman opened her arms and embraced her. I wanted to scream, to run forward, to pull Ngozi away, but terror held me frozen. The spirit woman began to sing, a song with no words, just sound beautiful and horrible at once. As she sang, I watched my sister's skin glow brighter, brighter, until I had to look away. When I looked back, the spirit woman was whispering in Ngozi's ear, "One more time, my sister. Come to me one more time and we will never be apart again. You will never feel pain or loss or loneliness. You will be perfect forever." And my sister, my beloved sister, who had braided my hair and defended me from our stepmother's cruelty, who had held me when I cried for our mother. My sister nodded and said, "Yes." The spirit woman's face comes closer to camera. For just a moment, her beauty flickers and we glimpse what's underneath. Decayed flesh, hollow eyes, a corpse wearing the mask of youth. Then the beauty returns. She turns suddenly, looking directly at Chinwe's hiding place. Chinwe gasps and runs. The forest becomes a nightmare, branches grabbing, shadows reaching. We hear the spirit's laughter echoing. Chinwe bursts from the tree line near her village, chest heaving. Behind her, at the forest's edge, two glowing eyes watch, then disappear. She knew I was there. In that final moment before I ran, the spirit woman turned her face toward my hiding place and smiled. And in that smile, I saw her true form flash through the beautiful mask-rotted flesh clinging to ancient bones, eyes like empty holes, a mouth full of too many teeth. I ran faster than I've ever run in my life. Behind me, I heard her laughter chasing me through the trees, and underneath the laughter, words. Two sisters. How generous the gods are to me.
How generous
when I
the
reached
gods
our
are to me.
compound, I collapsed against the wall of the Nkobi, gasping for air. Minutes later, Ngozi emerged calmly from the forest path, glowing and serene, and walked past me as if I weren't there, as if she didn't recognize her own sister. That's when I understood I was losing her. And I had no idea how to fight something that wasn't human. The next morning, the 4-day calendar shows A4, the day for spiritual consultations. Chinwe walks through the village toward the Dibia's compound. Women carry baskets on their heads. A group of young men in animal skins and waist wrappers practice wrestling. Children play. Everything seems normal, but Chinwe sees it all through new eyes. The spirit world is closer than anyone admits. She reaches the Dibia's hut. He's an old man, bare-chested with ritual scars, staff in hand, surrounded by sacred objects. She hesitates at the entrance. Inside, she sees kola nuts laid out for offering, white nzu chalk in clay bowls, bronze mirrors hanging on the walls. One mirror in particular catches the light strangely. It was our 4th day, the only day our Dibia accepts consultations for serious spiritual matters. I went to him prepared to beg for help, to confess everything. But as I stood outside his hut, my fatal flaw rose up like a wall. Pride, stubbornness. If I told him about Ngozi, the whole village would know by evening. My sister would be marked as corrupted, spiritually compromised. Our family would be shamed. She might be exiled, or worse, bound in spiritual chains to prevent her from bringing evil to the village. I couldn't do that to her. Not to Ngozi, who had sacrificed so much for me. So instead of entering, I asked the Dibia's apprentice a careful question. If someone wanted to learn about protective spirits and dangerous ones, where would they look? The apprentice, a boy barely older than me, glanced toward the hut and whispered, "The forbidden texts are kept in the grove behind the Iroko tree, but no one is supposed to go there without permission." I thanked him and left. I would find my own answers. I would save my sister myself. I didn't know I was walking deeper into the trap. Chinwe sneaks to the sacred grove. Ancient trees tower overhead. At the base of a massive Iroko tree, there's a small shrine carved figures, old scrolls wrapped in leather, offerings left by previous seekers. Chinwe kneels and begins searching through the scrolls. She finds one that describes more Nwani spirit women who steal the living. She reads frantically. The scroll describes Ọma Ọjọ by name. As she reads, she hears a sound and looks up. Behind the shrine, partially hidden, is a wooden chest. Curiosity pulls her to it. Inside, old belongings, a faded wrapper, a pair of coral beads exactly like the ones Chinwe wears, a small bronze mirror, and beneath them, a carving, her mother's name. Chinwe's hands shake as she lifts the coral beads she's wearing and compares them to the ones in the chest. Identical. Realization crashes over her face. The scroll told me everything I needed to know about the spirit haunting my sister. Her name, Ọma Ọjọ, which means beautiful evil. Her origin, a bride who died 200 years ago on her wedding night, never knowing love, now cursed to wander between worlds, collecting sisters to ease her loneliness. Her power: she could control minds through song, mark victims with invisible seals, walk through dreams. She needed 3 voluntary meetings before the transformation became permanent. Ngozi had already met her 3 times. Tonight would be the 4th, the final binding. But the scroll also mentioned a weakness. Ọma Ọjọ could not cross running water blessed by a dibia, and her hold could be broken if her true form was reflected back to her in a consecrated bronze mirror. Hope flared in my chest until I found my mother's chest. The coral beads, the bronze mirror, and the truth I wasn't ready for. My mother had faced this same spirit. These beads had protected her. This mirror had saved her. And Ọma Ọjọ had returned for revenge, not random hunting, but deliberate targeting of our bloodline. My mother's daughters. The protection I needed had been around my waist this entire time, and I'd been too blind to see it. But there was more: a dried palm leaf with writing. The mirror must be consecrated. The beads must be given freely in love. And her true name must be spoken 3 times by one who would die for the victim. I had the tools, but did I have the courage? Chinwe runs back to the village, clutching the scroll and the bronze mirror. The sun is setting, another Ori night approaching. She bursts into the main compound where the elders sit, breaking kola nut. They look up, startled. An elder in red cap and wrapper tied at waist holds a walking stick. Women in George fabric wrappers and off-shoulder blouses with coral beads pause their conversation. Chinwe stands before them, breathless. Her mouth opens to speak, to tell them everything. But then, she sees her stepmother's face in the crowd, eager for scandal. She sees the dibia standing near, staff in hand, face grave. She imagines Ngozi dragged before them, bound, exiled. She closes her mouth. The elders ask, "Chinwe, what troubles you?" She stands at the crossroads of her impossible choice. I stood before the elders, with the truth burning in my throat. All I had to do was speak, tell them about Ọma Ọjọ, about Ngozi's meetings, about the danger. They would act immediately. The dibia would perform the rituals. My sister would be saved, but she would also be ruined. I saw it play out in my mind. Ngozi dragged before the village, questioned, judged. Even if they freed her from the spirit, she would be marked forever as corrupted. No man would marry her. No woman would trust her. Our family's name would carry shame for generations. And our stepmother, I saw the anticipation in her eyes, hoping for our disgrace. But the alternative was worse. If I said nothing, if I tried to break the curse alone using the forbidden knowledge I'd stolen, I would be risking everything on my own untested courage. I could fail. I could lose not just Ngozi, but my own soul, becoming the spirit's next victim. The scroll had been clear. The ritual required someone willing to die for the victim. Was I ready to die for my sister? The elders waited. The sun sank lower. Ori night was coming. I made my choice. "Forgive me, elders," I said, bowing my head. "I only came to ask for prayers for my sister's health. She has been tired lately." They nodded, blessed me, and returned to their kola nut. I walked away carrying my secret, my tools, and my terror. Tonight, I would face Ọma Ọjọ alone. Night falls. Chinwe prepares in secret. She takes the bronze mirror to the dibia's hut while he sleeps and presses it against the sacred Enzu chalk markings on his wall, whispering prayers her mother taught her, consecrating it in stolen holiness. She ties her mother's coral beads over her own. She wraps herself in a plain wrapper and headscarf. In the Nkobi, Ngozi rises like clockwork, eyes glazed, and walks into the night. Chinwe follows. The forest is darker tonight, hungry. The clearing appears. Ọma Ọjọ is already there, more beautiful than ever, arms spread wide in welcome. My final sister, she sings. Come and be perfect forever. Ngozi walks forward. Chinwe steps from the shadows. Stop! The spirit's head snaps toward her. Recognition and rage flash across that perfect face. The mother's other daughter. You've come to join us? How sweet. Chinwe's voice shakes, but holds firm. I've come to take my sister back. Ọma Ọjọ laughed, and the sound was like bones breaking. Take her back? Foolish child. She is already mine. 3 meetings, 3 consents. Tonight is only ceremony. But I had read the scroll. I knew her rules. She didn't give true consent, I said. You controlled her mind with your songs. You planted false dreams. That breaks the covenant. For the first time, uncertainty crossed the spirit's face. I continued, my voice growing stronger. I know what you are, Ọma Ọjọ. I know you were a bride who died before knowing love. I know you collect sisters to fill the emptiness. But my sister is not yours to take. The spirit's beauty began to flicker, showing the rot beneath. And what will you do, little girl? You have no power here.
You have no power.
I reached into my wrapper and pulled out the bronze mirror. Now consecrated and gleaming with sacred light, I have my mother's power. The same mother who escaped you 20 years ago. You remember her, don't you? You've been waiting for revenge ever since. Rage twisted Ọma Ọjọ's face into something monstrous. She shrieked and lunged toward Ngozi. Then I will take this one now. I threw myself between them. The coral beads at my waist flared with light, my mother's protection, and my own combined. The spirit recoiled, hissing. These beads were worn by someone who loved us, I shouted. And I give them freely now, in love, to protect my sister. I tore the beads from my waist. The sacrifice stung, like tearing my own flesh, and threw them around Ngozi's neck. The moment they touched her skin, my sister gasped. Her eyes cleared. She saw the spirit's true form for the first time and screamed. Ọma Ọjọ shrieked in fury. You cannot break what is already bound. I can, I said, and raised the bronze mirror, angling it to catch the moonlight and reflect the spirit's true face back at her. Ọma Ọjọ, I shouted. Once, the spirit writhed. Ọma Ọjọ, twice. Her beautiful mask cracked and fell away, revealing the corpse beneath decayed flesh, hollow eyes, a mouth screaming with 200 years of loneliness. Ọma Ọjọ, 3 times. The spirit looked into the mirror and saw herself, truly saw the monster she had become. The reflection trapped her. The mirror grew burning hot in my hands, but I held on, even as my palms blistered. Ngozi, freed from the trance, grabbed my shoulders. Chinwe, what's happening? Run! I screamed. But I didn't run. I stood there, holding the mirror, watching as Ọma Ọjọ was pulled backward into the glass, into her own reflection, into the truth of her decay. Her final scream shook the trees, and then silence. The mirror shattered in my hands. The forest exhaled, and my sister collapsed into my arms, sobbing, human, alive. Dawn breaks over the village. Chinwe and Ngozi stumble back to the compound, supporting each other. Ngozi's glow is gone. She looks exhausted, mortal, real. They collapse into the Nkobi. The elders never knew. The village never knew. Some secrets are kept to protect the ones we love. Days pass. Life returns to normal. Market days cycle through Eke, Ori, Afo, Nkwo. Women in bright Ankara and George, rappers trade goods. Men in red caps and animal skins settle disputes. Children dance in raffia skirts with body paint and anklets that chime. The village lives on, unaware of how close darkness came. Finally, we return to the Nkwobi at night. The exact mirror of the opening scene, but reversed. Now it is Ngozi who lies awake on her mat, watching Chinwe sleep peacefully beside her. Ngozi gently reaches out and touches her sister's face with trembling fingers. Tears stream down her cheeks. Gratitude, grief, love, memory. She whispers, "You were always the brave one." Chinwe sleeps, unburdened, breathing steady. Moonlight streams through the same window. The coral beads returned to Chinwe after the ritual glow faintly at her waist, pulsing with protective light. Everything feels safe. But Ngozi remembers fragments of the nightmare. She sheds silent tears and watches over her sister the way Chinwe watched over her. We never spoke of that night. Not directly, but something between us changed forever. Ngozi knew I had saved her, though the details remained blurred in her memory like a half-remembered dream. I carried the scars on my palms from the burning mirror marks I told our stepmother came from cooking accidents. The Dibia noticed his mirror was gone, but he said nothing. Perhaps he knew. Perhaps our mother had told him long ago to expect her daughters might need the same protection. Life returned to its rhythms. But I was no longer the girl who needed her sister's protection. And Ngozi was no longer the girl who thought she was invincible. We were changed. We were survivors. We were bound by blood and sacrifice in ways deeper than birth. On the 7th night after our return, I woke to find Ngozi awake, watching me sleep, tears on her face. She didn't explain, and I didn't ask. I simply reached for her hand. We lay there in the darkness, two sisters, holding on to each other and to life. Outside, the village slept. The ancestors whispered. And somewhere in the forest, in a clearing bathed in moonlight, a shattered bronze mirror lay among the leaves. Days later, it was gone. Where it went, I don't know. I don't want to know. Camera slowly pulls out from the sisters, sleeping peacefully. Through the window of the Nkwobi, we see the village at peace under moonlight. The camera continues pulling back, past the family compound, past the village square, toward the forest edge. We hear a voice, their mother's voice carried on the wind, speaking. The blood that runs through you has always known how to fight darkness.
Knows
Who
how
has
to
a
fight
sister,
darkness.
brother has life.